Familiar names and some incredible talents that go in this race, including Evan Austin of the United States goes in lane 6. He'll be up against the likes of Andrii Trusov, the world champion in the 50 Carlos Serrano is the world champion. Let's meet the 8 finalists for this men's 200-meter IM. Going in lane 8, Carlos Daniel of Argentina. 2:42 he swam in qualifying. He's going to need to go a good 10 seconds quicker to challenge for a medal. A man who needs no reminding about his incredible challenges for medals. He was a youngster when he won in Athens. He was a little more experienced when he won in Beijing. He goes in lanes 1 for USA. Christian Sadi at his first Paralympic Games. Great coach in Keith Janssen in Stellenbosch in South Africa. He'll regard himself as an outside shot at a medal here. The world champion for the last 2 editions, 2017 and 2019. The man who became one of only 4 Paralympic Games gold medalists for Colombia in Rio, Carlos Serrano. Evan Austin of the United States goes in lane 6. And Ukraine have Andrii Trusov going in lane 3. The 21-year-old is very quick over 50 meters. He's the world champion. He was bronze in this event in London at the last World Championships. And he's been posting really quick times in the build-up to Tokyo 2020. Inaki Basilov, the 20-year-old who has had limited success, but is qualified second quickest in this race. The favorite, based in Haifa at the Ilan Sports Center. A man who finished in silver medal position at the London World Championships. Yevgeny Bohodaiko, the world record holder. A disqualification for a technical infringement in the preliminaries for the world record holder, so there is no defending champion or world record holder in the event. But swimming for Ukraine will be the young Trusov. This is Carlos Daniel of Argentina, who goes in lane 8. So there are a handful of swimmers who will be expecting a medal. Here is one. Israel's Mark Malyar going in lane 4. Christian Sadi of South Africa. He is a breaststroker, but he's yet to medal in any event at a major international competition. Despite the times he's been posting, he'll go in lane 7. So Garcia Tolson, Serrano, Trusov, Malyar, Basilov, Austin, Sadi, and Carlos Daniel. Getting away very nicely was Evan Austin of the United States, so to Mark Malyar, but the use of the underwater is most exceptional by the South African Sadi. It's not the strongest of butterfly swimmers. As they go out in the butterfly, then they will swim 1 length back in backstroke. They will then go into breaststroke before the freestyle leg to bring them home.
Yep, right now you see Evan Austin coming out in that butterfly. This is his best leg. One of the things I love to watch about the 200-meter individual medley is that you have to do 1 length of each stroke. And different folks are good at the different disciplines. You also see in the breaststroke, some of the people drop down a class like Malyar. So it's really important that he gets out fast in the fly in the back because he's slower than some of the others who remain SB7s in there.
Evan Austin is leading the way into the backstroke, but he is going to have a slightly weaker back end, so does need to make this count. At the moment, it's a very good-looking swim in lane 3 from Andrii Trusov. Now, bear in mind, he has got plenty of power in the 50 free, so should bring it home fairly comfortably. He will lose a little bit of space, you imagine, in the breaststroke. Now, Sadi is a good breaststroker. He's a 3-time World Championship silver medalist. He won silver at the Commonwealth Games in the 50 free as he goes into the breaststroke now as well.
Yeah, but coming into the breaststroke, watch lane 2. Carlos Serrano Zarate, this is his best leg.
Yeah.
We saw him come up in the morning, and I think we're going to see him come up again.
This is the world champion. Here he is going in lane 2. He didn't have the best of times in the slower heat, but he makes up plenty of space. A very long, comfortable stroke, but he engages all the muscles in his back. If he's level, though, with Malyar or Trusov going into the wall, it's going to be a big challenge for him to come home in top spot. But the battle is on. There could be any one of 6 at the moment, with only Garcia Tolson and Colombiano really out of it at this stage. Touching first is Trusov. If he can use his turn nicely, should be coming home for gold. But it doesn't matter on paper. What matters is how it plays out in the pool, and Serrano has got the experience. Watch Trusov and Mark Malyar as well. He's showing real appetite and hunger for a gold medal here. The battle is on, seemingly leaving the others behind. Mark Malyar of Israel, second in London at the World Championships, is going to leave not only the world champion behind, he's going to leave the world champion in the 50 free behind, having touched level. He's going to smash the world record as well. The man from Haifa takes it home in world record time, Mark Malyar, as he claims a gold for Israel. 2:29.01, the first swimmer and swimmers to go under 2 minutes 30. Trusov has gone 2:29.99, but for Israel, courtesy of Malyar's swim, they are victorious in the pool once again. And the world champion is now a bronze medalist, Carlos Serrano. Basilov, a fine comeback at the last 100 over the breast and the free, saw him finish 4th. Evan Austin faded to 5th, and so too Sadi on the 50 meter as he finished 6th. But Andrii Trusov, given his times, given his ability in the 50 free, for Trusov to be so outswum.
I mean, Malyar, one of the things that really separated him, though, is he's got that leg impairment, which means that he can come back in the freestyle with his arms. See, going off the start, Malyar is out. Serrano had a good flag leg, but it was really Evan Austin here who took the early lead in the butterfly. Malyar, he looks good in the fly, but he certainly wasn't, ahead of the rest of the pack. He comes in, he had a solid backstroke leg. He keeps his head relatively straight. Breaststroke, I would probably say, is his weakest leg, except he's able to hang in there and not let the others get too far ahead of him, because it's really on freestyle where he comes in and he just had a remarkable last closing 50. The speed that he had to generate, because at that point, you're hurting just everywhere. So it's all about just bringing it home, which he did.
Well, there's the old saying, no pain, no gain. And despite all the pain, plenty of gain here for this man. Mark Malyar has come home for glory and gold at the Games. No swimmer had gone under 2:30 previously in this classification. The men